What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back with another video. Today we're going to be unboxing the Wasp, and somebody in the collection is super happy about that. Alright, so here we go, guys. I've got the Wasp. I'm super excited for this. I don't know why, but I don't own a lot of female 6-scale figures. So I'm excited to add some more to the collection. And this one was super interesting to me just because of the pose possibilities with the Ant-Man. And I don't know what order I've released these videos in, but I do have Ant-Man from the Ant-Man and the Wasp also. So I may have already released that video. I may have not. I don't even know. But here we go. I do have the Wasp here, and I recently watched this movie, and it was entertaining. So there it is, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Love this box art, this bright yellow. This would be a cool one to display if you wanted to. It's got a nice little holographic effect going on there. It's kind of nice. But there we go. We got more Wasp stuff going on there on the side, and then on the back we've got this nice little circular pattern here, and I kind of dig it. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what the heck's inside. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's open it up. Oh, this is disappointing. Like it's not a very good box insert. That's not, nope, don't like that. All right, let's get this figure out of here. All right, we're gonna take that clamshell off. Then we got the wings down here at the bottom. And what else we got? What the heck is this? We got these things. I never ever use these, but some people might use them. But maybe in a detail, but I feel like it would be too tall for a detail. So there's my missing insert, I guess. So we're gonna put that there, get you out of here, and let's see what else we got. So we got some wings. We've got a figure. Let's see what we got. I'm pretty excited to see this portrait, and let's see how good it is, because I think it's going to be pretty stinking good. And yeah, I know I did get these pre-owned, guys. These are not brand new, so do not think that like this is how it should come, because there won't be any wrappings around a lot of these things. The person I got this from actually did a decent job of saving some stuff, so that's nice. But we're going to get the wings out here because your glare is kind of insane right this second. But let's take a look at this figure. All right, so we do have a little bit of the plastic still on here, and they left like that part around it. Anyways, let's look at this. Dude, come on. Look at the color. This is awesome. Look at the proportions. That's a good looking figure. I like this. I like how it has like the Wasp look going down through the suit. I don't know if you guys if you knew that or not, but there's actually a Wasp emblem. It's actually kind of cool. But look at that portrait on the inside of the sculpt. The eyes, that's awesome. You have a hard time focusing that. I like that. I like the nice little metallic paint going on here. You can see it kind of bounce off the light. That's cool. That's cool. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty fun to pose, at least. That's my initial thought on it. But I love the colors. Like, we got this nice vibrant red going on down here. The nice gold, like honeycomb pattern going on. The blue, red pinstriping going all around down the suit into the legs, the arms. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Nice little backpack here. I guess it's got so you can either have the wings extended or not extended. So there's a cover plate for that. So that's nice. And then, yeah, that's kind of plain, kind of a flat gray, but I guess that's how it was. I like this little carbon fiber weave they got going on the top of the helmet. So that's kind of nice. I dig that. I like that. I like the material, seems all right. The feet, the split cut boot there, so we can get some posing out of it. I wonder if it's going to be a big of pain to pose as Nebula was with the ankles. So we'll see about that. But overall, just first impressions, super cool figure. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good. All right, let's put that to the side. We'll check out Articulation here in a little bit. Let's check out this portrait, see what we've got going on, because I think this is going to be pretty good. And yep, I was right. It's pretty good. Look at that. I like that. That's a good looking portrait. Nice little ponytail action going on. I don't know how that is going to inhibit our range of motion when we get it on the figure and start posing it. But it's got to be better than like Dark Side Anakin, or even Anakin Skywalker's, or even Aquaman with that long hair. It's got to be better than that, right? But what do you guys think of that portrait? I think that looks pretty stinking good. I do. I think I like the ponytail. I kind of dig it. So pretty nice portrait. So put her back here. What else have we got? This looks like if you have the helmet back, this is like the helmet receding back into the sculpt. So there's that. That's kind of nice. What else we got? We got some hands. Let's check these hands out. Ooh, there we go. Nice gesturing hands going on here. Not a whole lot going on in the middle. Some stippling going on there. Then like nice little metallic paint going on the back of the wrist. That's cool. So we've got some fist hands. We've got some, let's see what this hand is. Like a something to be holding. She's holding something. So, oh, the little things they throw to make stuff get small and large. So that's kind of cool. One of those things. Another gesturing hand, fisted hand, and yeah, another gesturing hand on the figure, and an open grasping hand, relaxed hand on the left. So we got a right and left. We got right and left of pretty much every hand you could possibly want. So what else do we got? We have the base. Let's see here. Thankfully, it's got a dynamic flight stand, so that's awesome because that would make no sense if she didn't. I dig that base. That's good looking. I like that. I'll probably use it simply because it's a flight stand. You know, obviously Wasp should be flying, so we'll kind of mess around with that. That's kind of, there's not a whole lot going on there. Why doesn't it say the Wasp? That's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess it really doesn't matter. So we have that. Then we've got these things right here, which actually go on the back of the figure that should cover up. Yeah, should cover up just right there. So that's kind of nice. Kind of dig those. And then we got a little mini Wasp that we can pose with Ant-Man. So, man, that's fragile. Ooh, man. All right. Look how small this thing is. That's crazy. So here's the figure, and there's our tiny Wasp. So that's kind of crazy. That's a pretty nice feature. I dig that. I like that a good bit. So that's pretty nice. And then we've got the two tiny little discs that they throw. These are super, super tiny. We got a red one, and we got a blue one. So cool. All right. So taking a look, I guess we should take a look at these wings. Get these things out of the package. There we go. Get you out of here. These wings look humongous. Yeah, this one set, that is huge. That's a pretty, and I don't think, does it rotate at all? What does it do here? No? Oh, nope, there they go. Okay. They do rotate that way, but they don't go up and down. So they're pretty much just stuck there. Interesting. Like it rotates that way, but it doesn't go up and down. Huh. Anyways, nice little like carbon fiber weave, hexagon stuff going on here as well. Nice metallic paint all the way throughout, so I think those are pretty cool. I like those a good bit. I'm going to have a lot of fun posing this. I'm actually more excited to pose the figure than I am to unbox the figure. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into that, I'll get you out of here. Let's see what kind of range of motion we're going to be able to get out of it, and then we'll kind of get it. I want to pop that portrait on here too. We'll do that in a second. But let's see what we can do here. All right, so that's pretty good. I dig that. The material, I don't think is really going to have too much of an issue. Probably if we do a double bend here, we'll probably be able to get some creasing going on in that elbow. You guys know me. I don't really care. I'm going to pose it. We're going to have some fun with it. There's a seam going down underside, so I can do this. There's a seam going on under here, and a seam going on under this side. So that's where they got it all sewed up and put together. And it looks like there's a seam going on down the back. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So let's see here. Hips. Like this material right here is more like a neoprene spandex kind of material. Like this is very forgiving. I don't think there's any issues with that. I don't think we have to worry about creasing with that material. But then the outside material, you see the gloss going on here. This is where your creases are going to be, and then you see where there's not going to be anything there. So we're going to have to give up some creases to do what we want to do. How much range of motion? Pretty good range of motion there, and then knees. Double bend on the knee, no issue there. Split cut boot, we're going to be able to do, I think, whatever we want here. I'm curious about these little flaps to go around, how they're going to impede the rocking motion there. That's going to be interesting. To see what kind of ab crunch we're going to get. All right, so that's unfortunate. So you're going to get a nice ab crunch, but that's kind of unsightly. So we're gonna have to have fun posing that in a way that looks decent. So I think, I mean, if she's posed, I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. Here's me twisting this torso. It's not terrible. I think I can actually push that a fair good bit. And the legs, where are you? Yeah, the legs are gonna get, I think we're fairly posable. I think it's just gonna be about managing the creases and you know, how it looks. I don't mind a crease, but if it looks terrible, then you know, we gotta deal with that. Let's pop off this portrait here, this helmet. And let's put on this. I guess we need this guy. This goes right here. Is that right? It's got to, right? Yeah, that's right. So this slides, this little slot piece right here slides back in here. There's a little slot, so this slides right back in there. So our helmet's gone behind, and then we're gonna throw this on here for the ponytail. Oh, let me make sure that's all in first. There it is. And then ponytail. Oh yeah, that looks good. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Now I think this piece right here is going to impede the range of motion there a little bit. So I mean, if I wanted to get more range of motion, I might like remove that particular piece that we just added to get some. I don't, you know, we'll have to play around with that. I think it's screen accurate, but it's going to impede our range of motion on the head a little bit. You can see like right there, it's like starting to rub. So that might be a thing. But overall, that's pretty stinking good looking. I would have liked a little bit more expression on the portrait, maybe like a furrowed brow, maybe a smirk, maybe, oh yes, a smirk, Ant-Man. A giant grin, you know, something like that. Just some more expression. It's a pretty dead stare, right? But I think the paint apps are nice. I like, oh, the ponytail moves. Look at that. I guess I can get that out of the way. That's cool. Huh, nice. Yeah, it looks better kind of off to the side a little bit. Here, we'll just defy gravity. Screw it. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this lady in some poses, have some fun with it, and you know, see what we can come up with. All right, so before I actually go into some crazy poses, I did this one real quick, like for the Valentine's Day, because honestly, that's when I made this pose in this part of the video. And you might want to have your Ant-Man interacting with your Wasp, which makes total sense. But since I already had this here, I figured I'd show it before I kind of changed it up. But anyways, obviously Ant-Man's pretty stoked to have himself a girlfriend here in the studio, and she's not too upset about it either. So there we go. So I got them pretty close together. I've got the arms in the back kind of wrapped around each other, and then if you kind of scroll down, we'll see I got one little leg kicked up there, and super simple, nothing crazy here. This is about as easy as a pose as you can get. It would have been nice if the expression on Wasp's portrait was a little bit more friendly in this, but it's a normal Hot Toys portrait. It's nothing super crazy. It's pretty much a dead stare, unlike the Paul Rudd sculpt, which is anything but. It's just a little creepy. So let's go ahead and get these guys in a different pose and see what we can do with the Wasp. Okay guys, so I've got the Wasp up in a flight pose, but not with the dynamic stance she actually comes with, because that one is honestly not really my favorite. So I'll probably end up using it at some point, but here we go. Here is a nice little simple flight pose. We've got her with those like, I would say flying hands, but more of an open flying hand backward. I don't know what hands they are. They're for flying. I'm gonna call it for that. But guys, this, I know I just reviewed the Ant-Man for you guys, and that was a super fun figure to mess around with, especially with the Paul Rudd sculpt, as we, you know, had to go through the good and the bad of that particular figure. This one, I think, is all good. I really can't pick anything on this figure that's not as it should be, or is not as Hot Toys typically delivers. It's really not. Now, one thing I will tell you is I actually left the light switch on in the helmet for a day or two, and I killed the battery. So there's that. That's my fault. It's not Hot Toys' fault. I love this one. I like the design of it. I like the wings. I think they're fantastic. I mean, they could have a little bit more motion in them as far as movement where you can go with them, but I'm not upset with that. The flight stand I'm actually using. I actually borrowed this from a stormtrooper. This is a adorable crotch grabber stand, and I just threw it in the Wasp stand because it uses the same plug, and I literally have her sitting on that there, because I couldn't get the dynamic stand. The claw that comes with it is so bulky that it was just distracting, and I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't like it. But I do like this figure. I think it's a lot of fun. And posing it is super simple. I don't really find any issues with it because the pants are like that middle part where that grabber is like a spandex material. I don't think that's going to damage the suit, but time will tell for that. And I mean, range of motion is good. It's a great figure. I'm happy to have it. So I can see these two sticking around the studio for a good while as I continue to build a Marvel universe here in the studio. But let's do one more pose and see what we can come up with. All right, so I thought it'd be fun to incorporate Ant-Man in another pose. I did change up the flight pose, and I did break out the actual dynamic stand that comes with this figure for this particular pose. And you can see we've got the figure right here. Different pose, definitely tilted it. I have the crotch grabber clamp thing going actually around the left thigh, I guess, if you will. She's balancing in there. That's kind of what I've got going on right now. And look at the colors on the suit. I freaking love this suit. I actually went back and watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. Actually, I watched Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man and the Wasp this past weekend, just because it was a fun movie. But anyways, I did tell you I have Ant-Man incorporated in display, so she kind of rotates around. I will show you what I got going on. And I'm a big fan of these wings. I think they look great. So I've got her, she's kind of leaning down, looking down, and she's clearly looking at something. And as we kind of zoom in and go down, we'll notice that there's a tiny little Ant-Man guy floating around there, which the camera just really doesn't want to focus on, but he is there. He is there. So if I can't. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's what I got going on. So you guys are gonna ask me, like, should I get this figure? Should I not get this figure? I think if you get one of the two, I would go with the Wasp. Although it's kind of hard to get one and not the other. I mean, it just really is. I think another reason to get the Wasp is for that epic in-game scene where all the women heroes were all doing their thing, which is a pretty cool scene. So you might want rescue armor. You might want Nebula, Gamora, and well, who else? Scarlet Witch. If we ever get one, that'd be awesome to get another Scarlet Witch. Shuri. So all these characters, you might want to kind of build you an epic scene from that film, and obviously you need this character because it's cool. So that's my thought on this. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you liked the figure. I'd love to hear from you, so let me know in the comment section down below if you picked up this figure. If you haven't picked up this figure, both Ant-Man and the Wasp are available still at Sideshow Collectibles. I'll put a link down there below. If you use those links, it helps out the channel, so appreciate that very much if you do. But it's a cool figure. I kind of dig it. So I definitely didn't buy mine on hype because I could have got it the first day it was out, and I didn't get Ant-Man. So this is something that I thought, like, in my collection, I kind of wanted, so I made it happen. So here we go. So I hope you guys liked it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, you might want to do that as well. So guys, as always, collect what you like. See you next time.